the solution that we are working on it, not necessarily this AI Talo thing. We are working on something under innovation funding project. And then there are other options around that we are experimenting. So I will do the quick, I have couple of slides that I will do. And then see, because when I was talking with the colleagues in HQ, they have also similar kind of solution, similar kind of thing. So we are at early stage and also not to do the duplication. So it was good to have this kind of presentation and also get the information what we are doing at the HQ level. So I will quickly go and share my screen. And here we go. You can see my screen. Yeah. Can you thumbs up if you can see my screen? Yes, very good. So basically, we are, because many colleagues confuse that we are in the regional office or we are in the country office. So we are in country office. And the unit that we are working called data analysis group, this is the unique group. In other operation, there are DMAs, ODM, IM separate, but in the Jordan country operation, we have one group we call data analysis group. It is mimicking somehow the DMA, but we have some additional features like the development and other under the data analysis group. So you all know about the population, but I will just give you the little bit flavor that what we are working about. We have active registered population around 700,000. Around 81% they are in urban, 18% are in camps, and mostly we deal with the Syrian, Iraqi, Yemenis, and Sudanese. So these are the one that mostly we are working on. These are the top nationalities. If I go, what are the data analysis group DAC core functions? So we are a team of 9. For folks from my team, I'm leading that data analysis group here. 4 team members, they focus on data analysis and IM activities. Then 2 colleagues, we have RISE system, Refugee Assistance Information Management System. We have Cisco-based IVR helpline. We have BIMS and V4. So 2 colleagues, they support that one. And then we have 2 team members who are focusing on automation, digital transformation. We have couple of projects for the back office and couple of projects for the refugee services, and then 1 team member focusing on data protection and cyber security. So this is what it is. And due to this realignment project, we will be losing a couple of colleagues from our team. So now I will go through what was the challenge that we were facing and what is the solution. So the challenge that we were facing was about having a big population, 700,000 population. And the communication with this population was very challenging. It was very difficult, and it is difficult indeed, like how we will communicate with community. We were having so many channels, helpline channel, we were having emails, petition boxes, feedback boxes, focal group discussions. So there were so many channels, but still one of the focal point complaint that was chief complaint that was keep coming from refugee on social media everywhere that UNHCR don't respond. So that was the big challenge. And in Jordan, the primary channel to communicate, to get feedback from refugee, what are their concerns, not necessarily about the services, was the helpline. That is Cisco-based classical helpline. So our helpline is overloaded. We are getting around 6,000 calls per day. And this call center is only for the urban setting. So we didn't roll out this IVR helpline for the camps. This is what part of our project plan to expand by August this IVR helpline for the camps as well. So we have around 20,000 tickets daily basis. This is in the past couple of months ago, where refugee calls, if they are not interested to have the call center agent, or if they don't want to wait, they just press 6, 7 and create the ticket, and that ticket goes. We have a ticket management system, and then it goes to the particular unit. So for example, if someone is calling and saying, hey, I have the health issue, or I want to know where in Azrak this hospital is, so the ticket automatically creates inside of our this ticketing management system. So it was a big challenge for us and for the units, having pending 80,000 tickets for 3 months, and average time to resolve one issue or provide feedback to one refugee was taking around 30 to 35 days for even the basic issues. That if someone is asking that I want to go hospital, which hospitals are providing refugee the services, this even the simple query was taking so long, 30 to 40 days. I will tell you why it was taking so long. We have only 12 call center agent. As I'm saying, this slide is little old now. We have 10. It was very difficult, and it is very difficult to entertain this many calls. Crowded registration center, they were keep coming here to ask their queries, take appointment and sort of thing. Organizational reputation was on the stake. If you even go on social media now, you will see that most of the refugee, they are saying that, okay, UNHCR is cutting the assistance, but we need the service. At least they can hear us. They can give us the appointment. They can provide us the services that not cost anything to UNHCR. And very low feedback. It was 0.1 feedback. So this was the situation a couple of months ago. And what we did, before going to our AI solutions and other solutions, we said, hey, let's see what is the classical solution available and what is the problem. So we analyze the problem. We analyze all the calls, requests that were coming through IVR center, helpline, from focal group discussion, through email, through petition boxes. So we analyzed around 100,000 plus data points from various places. And then we identified majority of the requests they are coming. They just want to know about what is my RST resettlement case statement. Here I need appointment, cash assistant and home visit information, feedback on the services, that this thing is working, this thing is not working, and how to reach that one. Inquiry about the services, protection issues, phone number update particularly. So these were the 50% issues that were popping up during this whole analysis, along with the other issues. Even though we have different channel, we have help site, we have a focal group discussion, we post on Facebook, but still many refugees were complaining that they are not getting the feedback, they are not getting the information, particularly to their cases. So what we did, this was our classical solution, low tax solution. Without having any AI. So what we simply did, we link our Cisco system with our data highway, through data highway with API, with our data warehouse, and in future it will be linked through the ping. So we implemented that, means that when refugees are calling now at this situation, at this point, they can take the appointment. They can know after feeding their date of birth, date of arrival, and their UNHCR ID. They will hear the message, their RST status, and we are sending also the message. And then also we are working on call automatic appointment that will be live on Sunday, that when refugee will be calling in IVR, they will be hitting the button for, and then the system will automatically check and give the appointment and send the SMS. And also we build the functionality that refugees can directly update the phone number through IVR typing. And of course, this is not something that we are directly pushing back to the progress. There is buffer database. When they feed that information, we have some processes, we have some validations. After validating on weekly basis, we are pushing that bulk. So that was kind of classical solution using APIs, using data highways to improve the feedback. And then we monitor that thing. And when then we realize that around 40 to 50% traffic is coming down because they are directly going and getting appointment, resettlement status, and then they are keep updating their phone number. But the big challenge that was remain, this help us to improve the feedback from less than 10% to around 64%, but still there was some room to improve and see what are the other things that we can improve leveraging the technology. Here we started and we submitted our idea for innovation funding, and we got the innovation funding, and then we start developing that solution. So this is like for this discussion, our main mission point was the previously whatever applications we develop or whatever solution we are developing for refugees. So this time we change our approach as a DAC team. We said we will develop with refugee, not only for refugee, with refugee for refugee. So kind of approach. So we did the focal group discussions, around 20 discussions, 200 refugees, various locations. We proposed different sort of solutions. And then the main challenges that comes out from that focal group discussion was refugees were complaining that when they call our helpline, it takes 20 minutes, sometimes 30 minutes wait time, and still they don't find any call center agent. Losing credit when they call, they were saying that we have less amount now because UNHCR cutting the cash assistance, and then we lose overall credit while waiting on it. So they lose 5 JD, 10 JD, whatever they feed into their credit. The other thing, why not get services through internet? They were saying like, we have internet, we have web pages. Why don't we allow us to through internet to provide service, not through the IVR? And then 85% refugees uses the WhatsApp. Why don't we leverage that one to provide the service? One of the other thing come out, we were having a UNHCR SIM project. That project was we gave refugees free SIM cards when they were calling UNHCR hotline. It was free of charge. Unfortunately, due to this budget concern, we closed that project. So they were saying why UNHCR don't give us callback option or something that we just, if IVR will be not able to attend our calls, so someone call back, or at least we can call back and record our message, and then UNHCR review it, and then they will solve the issue or get back to us. And one of the problem that we were facing when refugees were calling on helpline, and still we have this challenge, if they are not reaching to helpline agent, then in classical helpline and IVR, there is no option to where they can feed information that I'm looking for health services, I'm looking for education services, I'm looking for resettlement services. So this 20,000 ticket that I was indicating coming from our ticketing system was coming only with big tag without having any clue what exactly this refugee was asking. So there are more than 83 thematic areas. We could not have IVR saying if you have issue in A, press 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and it will goes like ever sort of thing. So that was one of the big challenge as well. How to handle the majority of calls, around 5,000 that our call center agents are not able to do. How to follow with them, because the, for example, health unit, they were receiving like a 17,000 ticket per month, that these refugees, they have some issues, but then there was like a team in health unit, they were calling back, oh, we receive your call and you press the 6 button for the health, and then what is the issue? And sometimes the issue was, okay, I want to go Azrak or health clinic, where is it, kind of thing. Then this was the issues that refugees highlighted, and then there was the other issue that was the operational issue that as a UNHCR operation we were facing. So like there was the issue in holistically issue, and I worked like more than 15 to 20 operation, and this is the issue that we face everywhere. So we don't have a holistic and full picture of the operation, that what exactly is happening, what are the issues, in which locations. So data is sitting in the silos. We have focal group discussion, we have different units, they are collecting the information for the senior management, for the decision maker, if they want to see what exactly is happening, what is the pulse of the operation, what are the issue in which location. So there is no way. We have the SITRIPS that is coming every month, but we don't have a single place where we can see that one. Same, no single place to obtain the feedback, to provide the services, so many channels, too much cost of the classical helpline. We are around spending 80,000 plus to maintaining this helpline per month. So the idea was to have some sort of solution where refugee can reach us to provide us the feedback, various ways, various UNHCR units through various way, not only one way to helpline. They could leverage different ways. And then the thing was refugee, we said we have to set up some the platform where refugee, if they are not getting someone from our side, they can record their message for 1 minute, or they can get some ask for the service, and then we leverage the technology AI that will sort out that recording and then send to a particular unit with some information about the call and categories, and also predicted solution there. And also in some of the services, it doesn't require to go to the referral. It can also give directly feedback to the refugee. So we are our second last slide. So if you can see, this is the solution. One of the things that only one of that solution, most of the solution, we have 4 options. Only we will be leveraging option 2. I will tell you why will be not going for other option, but we have set up, experimented the so many options how refugees will be doing. So remember, I was telling you, like refugees were saying that when we are calling, it is taking the credit. We don't have smartphones to use internet and this kind of thing. So option 1 that we did it, and we created a proof of concept leveraging classical IVR. So refugee will be calling the normal way they are calling to us through IVR, and then we have this AI engine. Basically, AI engine is a main component our that allow refugee when they are calling. It gives them a 1 minute timeline, so refugee can record their call for 1 minute, and then this AI engine automatically transcribe and automatically categorize and automatically provide the predicted one, and then it share with the cockpit. And when it's go to the cockpit, then it goes directly to the referrals to different units. Not only, remember I was telling you there was issue when previously refugees were calling and pressing 657. It was, the information was coming with not clue, but now with having this whole transcription, the summary of the call, everything, it will be going to the solution manager or the unit with some sort of the solution as well. And the same thing will apply that I was talking about. It will not only help UNHCR staff to respond to that particular case. So for example, if I'm saying, hey, I have the health issue, this is good, but the mainly we will be using as a pulse of the refugee. So there is a dashboard, heat map dashboard, that will analyze, because we are expecting more than 4,000 transcript or 3,000 transcripts. So it will be automatically using the AI, creating a heat map for the senior management to showing up. For example, if from Irbit or from our Zatri location, 20 or 30 calls are coming for SGBV issue or wash issue or health issue or lively health issue. So not necessary. We will focus that one case or 2 case, we will address community-based approach, and then we will solve that issue. So this is option number 1. That they will call classical IVR, and then it goes to AI engine. AI engine will transcribe, categorize, send to cockpit, and then it goes that one. For the second solution that we will be launching is the WebRTC. So WebRTC will allow refugee through the web interface like this one. interface to validate. It is the web-based application, so it will validate the information for refugee, individual ID, date of birth, and date of arrival for the validation. So this validation is the same validation we are using that currently is approved, and the refugee, when they call our call center, they are entering this three piece of information. So we are leveraging that one. So they will be feeding that information, then they will click on validate. So when they will click on validate, then they will see like this one interface that will allow that. So now you will hear the voice of one of the refugee recording.
مرحبا، يعطيكم العافية. أنا عم بحاول أتواصل معكم صار لي أسبوعين. أنا كان عندي موعد.
So I will fast forward. So this is something that is we are leveraging AI. It will be automatically we tested in 50 plus languages with accuracy of 99%. The transcript is coming 99% correct. And also this is intelligent because we have mostly we have the Arabic language. But we have also other languages. So we design system in a way when the refugee will say hello, it will be in English. When he will say marhaba, so it will detect automatically, and the welcome prompt and the exit prompt will be on the base of the refugee language. So not to select the option I want to talk in Arabic and English. So he will get chance to record in one day for 1 minute, and then it goes to directly to the uh, AI engine, and then AI engine will automatically, if I show you here, this is the screen, like how it will automatically transcribe, categorize automatically using AI, and then give the full transcription to the end user and forward to health unit. If it is health unit, if it is resettlement, it's sent automatically. I will not go in detail, technical detail. We are using two techniques. One technique is LLM technique to identify that one. And second is our own training data. We have around 60,000 calls records and different keywords that we are using. So that's why you see one is the embedding predict label, that is our data, and then we are using the AI. So this is giving us 80% result of our own training, and then AI category is giving us 99.9% using intelligent language, whatever refugees are saying, whether they are using, it is more contextual. I will not go, you all know how LLM in this context directly work. And then we have so many features. Then the system automatically detect if someone is calling in emergency, sentiment, lot of things we are saying. It will automatically escalate if it is emergency, if someone is calling and saying I'm dying or I'm doing something. So there are some mechanism that automatically generate the call and send SMS to the focal point. So this is it. And then one of the issues, so this is the option that we will be leveraging, that one, these two options, 1 and 2. Then we have also one option using the Twilio, because many refugees were complaining that they were saying that we don't have, remember, they were saying that we were not having the credit even to call your call center. And some of them were saying that, okay, if you will use this one, but why don't you give us the callback option? So we have created using the Twilio some option where refugees will go and they will validate their information in the same way. So once they will validate their information, they will get the information on callback option. So they will see a small, we will see the, if I can show that screen, yeah, like this one, call me back. So we will see what number we have in progress automatically. And then if they will press the call me back, so we are using Twilio, that one, that will be called back automatically. And then he will hear the message that please record. So that it will be enter this person in the same stream to record your message via normal like a web interface. And then if there is no this is not my number, this is active not active number, then we will redirect to IVR services to update that number. So this is, we are using the Twilio to have callback option, recording option. Here we use the Twilio TTS services. We have Twilio AI transcription, but that was giving us 70% of the accuracy in categorization in transcription. So that's why what we did, we just leveraging our AI engine, we are just asking that record the call, and then we are using that audio call, and then we are passing to our AI engine, and rest of the process is the same process, transcription, categorization for 3 of option. The fourth option is this Twilio and WhatsApp option with the same approach. That when they will be going on the WhatsApp and they will validating their information, and after validating their information, they will do the voice note to the WhatsApp, and then automatically this voice note will be coming to our AI, and then this process will be the same process. So if I show you that one, how it works, so okay, here. Yeah, so it is kind of this thing. I'm just deep diving how this option number 4 worked because it was a little bit interest from your side. So we have this WhatsApp bot. You will use hello, marhaba, whatever. It will give you the menu. Right now, we are not leveraging all other services. Then we are using the webhook to validate the information, refugee information, and then sending some the messages to refugee if they don't know about from where to get the asylum seeker number, or from where to get the date of arrival, date of birth, and when a refugee is putting this information. And then we are asking, okay, now you have validate. Now you can just hit the button and record your note. And when they record their note, that goes directly to the similar stream. And then we for this option number 4, we have a lot of innovation here. If refugees want to talk on voice notes, not typing their validation, it is possible. We did experiment with FMG OCR that if they will upload their asylum seeker certificate, it will automatically extract the information from there. So there are a lot of options that we did it, but because our project scope is limited, so that's why we limit to have this voice note there. So if you want to experiment, I have my this WhatsApp online. I can provide you some test numbers where you can go and you can play around with the chatbot to see how it is doing the validation. So now what is next and where we are? Almost 60% development is completed now, and we are doing the data protection assessment, and cybersecurity assessment is going parallel in process. Now, this is something that only we will be putting one option. That was the option number 1 and 2. This is for our operation rolling out. That is the scope of this project. Rest of the option that I was showing, that is experimental because it is not in huge demand in the Jordan operation. So we just did experimental, this other 2 option to have the callback and this WhatsApp sort of thing. So that's it. So this is basically thing that I wanted to discuss. Now, floor is open. If you have any feedback, any question, anything, please feel free to let me know, and will be happy to answer. Yes, Yara.
Sorry, I was on mute. Thanks so much for the presentation. Really interesting work you're doing there. I just wanted to confirm if you could go back or to the slide or put a screenshot, I don't know, however you prefer, in the chat. So option 2 is the you'll only be rolling out options 1 and 2, you said,
yes,
correct?
Yes.
Okay. And feedback through the web interface. So that's right. Okay, that's the one where they're able to record their message, their voice message. Okay, so the AI component would really be for the staff who are going to address the query, for it to be categorized in order for them to then see it and address it. Is that correct?
Yes, yes.
Okay, so it's not an AI chatbot or anything that's kind of using AI to directly speak with the refugees.
Yeah, this was the whole idea. And then we did first our MVP to senior management. Our idea and what we developed was when if some refugee is asking some sort of solution, and we linked with the RAG, our knowledge base, and it worked like a magic 99.9% correct answer from our knowledge base to the refugee. But there was some reservation from our senior management that, we are not at the stage that will expose refugee. Maybe AI will answer something very shitty and very bad sort of thing. So that part we are providing to our staff. So staff will be not getting only the transcription, they will getting also from the knowledge based solution. So for example, if some refugees are asking some sort of thing, so there is the human review. So if they will say, okay, this is the solution, this is the correct solution that AI is suggesting. So for example, they are saying how we can apply for RST, non-Syrian. So the resettlement team, they will see, because we have feeded the RST policies, so they will see a generic message, blah, 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 sort of thing. So if they will endorse that one, then it will goes to the refugee, and then they can communicate. And here we are bringing our feedback system. So we have the system, they will say, okay, it was accurate. This is our deal with the senior management. After 6 months, we will see that if our accuracy that we are providing to to staff member, if it is something 99% accurate, then some of the functions we can expose for the refugee, at least something that is available on the help.unhcr.jordan side. If they want to know some information, there is no harm. So this is what is in the second phase, but in the first phase, and their concerns are valid, it is still at the early stage. So much cloud around. Yeah.
Okay. That's great, because we had the similar concerns when we discussed this at HQ level, also from having tested some web chats with questions that are kind of easily answers to which are easily available, but then sometimes if there isn't an answer, there are these hallucinations, and it was going off into directions where we couldn't kind of guarantee that the answers would be accurate. And then I just have one more question, and I'll let others come in as well. So how does this link up with the call center? I mean, will the information, so for example, if this refugee has already called the call center 20 times, and then they use this option, will this be somehow linked to their contact in the call center, or to their, so the
that was
agents? Sure.
So Yara, that was the whole issue that brought us this cockpit. So refugees, we were having so many channels.
Yes, you
I was
mentioned that,
petition box here and there. So they were calling, they were sending the email. Now the cockpit is basically whether you will be calling from option 1, option 2, option 3, and option 4, even though we will be not using that one. And we discontinue our email. Otherwise, we have also option email. If someone is sending, it can go our, we have the plugin, Outlook plugin that can read the AI engine, but we are not using in our operation. So it will be deduplicate. And then we have option if someone is calling in the one day. So if you go on the interface, and I'm looking for AI tester for this application, if you are interested, we will be happy to share with you the link. So it will allow only one ID, only one time for the certain time period. So you cannot just make a fun on WhatsApp or on web to have some kind of fun, like I need appointment, I need this one. So it will block automatically when user will go when interface or WhatsApp or option, it will give them the message, any of this channel saying that you have already called, you are not allowed, sort of thing. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, it would be interesting maybe at some other point to discuss that, because it's also something we're interested in, how to bring that information together in one place, because as you said, there are many systems and often the agents or they don't have the full picture when they're responding. Okay, thank you.
Yes, Pintu and then Nicole. You are on mute, Pintu, if yeah.
Sorry. Thank you, Sadat. It is very excellent presentation, and hopefully it would be great use to the refugees. Just few questions that was coming on my mind on an operational basis was like you were saying there were 20,000 tickets, and then all those tickets would be like manually responded. Yes, the AI would be giving them the questions and answers. So still they would be manually responded by a staff to all these queries, correct? Do I understand correctly? And then this was saying like, what is the like scope, like increasing this 20,000 when we have a better system? I don't know. It may go to 40,000, and how much the operation would be able to handle in the response mechanism was one. And then on the second was like when you were saying on the deduplication, like when we are using multiple channels, is it like based on the same ID using multiple channel, or is it based on the subject matter? Like maybe I asked in WhatsApp about something else, health, and in I asked wash in something else. So how does that deduplication work? Thank you.
Okay, so there was a very scientific analysis that we did why this information is taking 30 to 40 days. So the main root cause was when these colleagues were getting this information without having any clue. So it will speed up, it will halve the time for the person who will know that whether I need to respond or not. And we anticipate that 70% ticket even don't need to respond. It will be automatically closed. It will be, they can close, just hit the button and it will be automatically closed. The second thing that is quite fascinating, and that will be the game changer, the heat map that I was showing you. I understand. And then this was the one concern. Okay, 20,000 ticket, maybe then there will be a 6,000 transcription, and then how you will deal it. But the beauty of that one, we did little bit experiment, and then we will be able to see what exactly happening in these locations, whether it is a SGBV issue, protection issue. So we will use a community-based approach to solve that issue, not necessarily the case-based. So it is two-way sort of thing. And then we have also option in future to leveraging AI for the data collection. I don't want to go in detail. So we already have an automatically system will be calling refugee and asking the question. And when the refugee will be answering, it will be automatically transcribed. And then we will get the analysis to have to kill this classical COBO system sort of thing. So there are so many benefits out of it. And deduplication, because we are getting a lot of stuff from the refugee. So this is what the business owners and domain expert that we will give only one chance on particular thematic area. He will get the chance for a minute or option that he can explain health issues, education issues, or whatever issues. In one call, it can be categorized, it can be sold multiple referrals. So we don't allow them one person calling 10 times. So this is where AI is helping us for that. Nicole?
Thanks so much for the presentation. Just two, maybe 3 points that I'd like to ask. I really appreciated that you'd taken the approach of understanding that refugees' concerns and their needs as the sort of starting point for assessing how to resolve the issues, particularly in a complex environment which you're working in, where constraints on budgets and resourcing are really hitting. I wondered whether you'd also managed to include community consultations as part of the decisions on the different options that you were taking, and if that was part of the process either envisaged or been taken already. That's the first point. The second point was to note that great to see that you're doing the appropriate DPIA and InfoSec assessments. I think that what we're seeing more and more, and happy to talk about this bilaterally, is that these sorts of uses of digital technology which are facing the people we work with and for are coming under increasing external scrutiny. And some of the concerns that that can arise are not necessarily picked up by InfoSec and DPIA assessment. So it would be interesting to hear what you'd done in terms of broader risk management and thinking through how to best communicate around this solution externally, and also obviously the risks that can arise in even in the environment that you're working in, moving from the sorts of service delivery models that you had to this model. So again, that would be interesting to hear about because it's something that we're working on at the HQ level. So those were the points. But overall, great presentation. Thank you so much. Very interested to hear more.
So, Nicole, these are very valid questions, and these are the questions. It was quite bumpy road for us to convince our senior management here. They are coming from the classical protection, ledger-based sort of thing to bring this AI. So nowadays, whenever you will use AI, they will say, "Oh, what is it and how you will use it?" So, answer to your first question, this is first time we, as I said, that previously our unit and our operation approach was developed for refugee. And this time we are developing with refugee. So each and every step is with the community. So we have 20 focal group discussions with refugees. We are asking them even not only based of the technology, user interface face testing. And I'm pleased to tell you that our testers are also the refugee. We have quite good budget for that one. So they will be testing for us. They are involved for each and every stage from the concept developing. And this is the constant flow because we don't want to develop something in sitting in the AC room and nice office, and then they will say it is not visible. The second thing on the risk DPIA, that was easy part, low hanging fruit for me because I'm acting as a cybersecurity focal point and coming from cybersecurity background. So that part was, if I say the most strong part and bulletproof part is cybersecurity for that one. Even though we are developing, securing and sort of thing, but we have a quite good amount of budget for the pen testing. We will not go live without having pen testing, risk assessment and sort of thing. And we are using second generation of cybersecurity assessment that I was indicating other than the pen testing to use new OSAP cybersecurity on AI things like we are checking prompt injecting, we are doing how much it is doing the hallucination, so sort of thing. So this is kind of first time I think I'm not aware if it is happening in other AI application. And I'm also well aware of this shadow IT that is popping up so many places. So that's why I have like colleagues who are working different in the region and in other countries on the similar initiative, not to duplicate just for the sake of AI. And it was very hard for us that to have this nice, fascinating chatbots, but limiting ourselves only the option that we are confident that we will go with that one. We spend a lot of energy developing, they are secure, but we are not yet confident that we will go with that because Tylo is involved. And I don't know what is our reference with them on data sharing and WhatsApp. Last year, we initiated one project, and then due to data protection, we had to keep it side. So we don't know about there are so many cloud there. So what we are doing, very limited refugees. It will be not roll out to 700,000. We are picking a small thing. We will be test in the control environment because it is new technology to assess the risk, test the risk, and then we will see that one. And then we will be testing around 2,500 calls with refugee, with our community. I created one of the gig online we will be using. So making sure that there is nothing that we can lead. And I understand when this blockchain was there and this BIMS was there, many website was saying that UNHCR is using this technology for that purpose and they are excluding that one. So I'm aware of it. So this is very much under consideration, and happy to talk with you if you advise something on this project design. We will be happy to talk with you on that front.
Thank you. That's great to hear, and wonderful how you've brought the refugees into the whole of the process. That's excellent. I think the areas that we could have a conversation on are around process points to help make sure that all of these risk management procedures that you're undertaking are useful and that there are good treatments in place, because as you rightly recognize, we're under increasing scrutiny, including from diverse sources, donors and states in this area. So it's very important that we're well prepared. But it sounds like you're on the right track.
Yeah. The last thing that I want to add, one of the things that I was expecting questions, the architecture and the technology. One of the beauty of this project is we are not vendor bound. So we have the solution that you can run with OpenAI Azure, you can run with OpenAI, you can run with Llama, you can run with Phi, you can run with Google, and you can have your own training data that you can learn and then you can leverage them that one. So it is not something that is a vendor bound that will stop us to doing something. Colleagues, I think there is no more question, and as I said, we are doing this hackathon. And my colleagues keep sending these messages. We have this pitch event with OICT. You can reach me directly, and please feel free if you are interested to participate as AI tester. I have created gig on Bugday, or you can reach me directly. We really need your support to test and validate these options that we are creating. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you
so
very
much.
much.
Thank
Thanks
you.
very much.
See you.
Bye, colleagues.
Bye.
Thank you.